Good morning students, welcome to you all 11th standard commerce. In this video we are going to see unit 1 fundamental of business, chapter 1 historical background of commerce in the subcontinent. So in this lesson we are going to discuss barter system. What do you mean by barter system? The goods were exchanged for goods prior to invention of money. That is called a barter system. Goods were exchanged into with goods, that is called a barter system. So barter system worked on certain conditions. First one, each party to barter must have the surplus stocks for the trade to take place. That means, so both person they should have the surplus stock. Both person they should have the surplus stock and enough stock. Then only the barter system works. Second point, both the buyers and sellers should procure the goods each other disparately. Both the buyers and the sellers should procure the goods each other disparately. That is double coincident ones. That means here the barter system, the both buyer and the seller meet personally, then only the stock exchange take place effectively. So then only the barter will works. Okay. So the buyer and seller should meet personally to effect the exchange. Okay. So here the barter system, both the buyer and seller meet personally. Then only the exchange take place effectively. That is then only the barter will works. Then next we are going to discuss constraints in barter system. What are the difficulties in the barter system? We will see point wise. First point, lack of double coincidence ones, non-existence of common measure value, lack of direct contact between producers and consumers, and a lack of surplus stock. Constraints in barter system. So the barter system envisages mutual exchange of one goods to other without the intervention of money as a medium of exchange. Okay. So it composes certain constraints in the smooth flow of trade or explained. So first one, lack of double coincidence ones. That means unless two persons who have the surplus have the demand for the goods possessed by the each other, so barter could not materialize. Unless that is the two persons have the surplus stock, the two persons have the surplus goods. Okay, and both of them should have the demand for the goods possessed by the each other. If not, the barter will not work. The barter is not work. That is called the lack of double coincidence ones. For example, instance A is having a surplus of groundnut. Okay, A is having a surplus of groundnut and B is possessing in the rice in surplus. So in this case, A should be in need of rice possessed by B, as the latter should be desperately need groundnut possessed by A. So if this coincidence once does not exist, barter cannot take place. That is called a lack of double coincidence once. Next point, non-existence of common measure value. Non-existence of common measure value. So no non-existence of common measure value. So there is no common measures of value in the barter system. So without the common measure value, it will be difficult to compare the value of articles. That is called the non-existence of common measure value. Non-existence of common measure value means barter system could not determine the value of commodities to be exchanged as they lack commonly acceptable measures to evaluate each and every commodity. So it was difficult to compare the values of articles in absence of an acceptable medium of exchange. Third point, lack of direct contact between producers and the consumer. So it was not possible of buyers and sellers to meet face to face in many contexts of exchanging the commodities. So for commodities, the hindered of the process of barter in all practical in sense. So lack of direct contact between producers and commerce. That means in trading, buyers and sellers have to meet face to face. So then only the exchange will take effectively. In but a barter system, it was not possible of all the time. So this is the hinder of process of barter system or in all practical sense. Next point, lack of surplus stock. What do you mean by lack of surplus stock? That means, so lack of surplus stock means absence of surplus stock was one of the impediments. Impediments means hindrance. So impediments in the barter system. If the buyers and sellers do not have the surplus, then no barter was possible. So that means lack of surplus stock means if there is a surplus stock with the buyer and seller, the barter is not possible. Both the buyer and the seller should have the surplus stock, then only the barter take place. So understand. So first point, lack of double coincident ones. Second point, non-existence of common measure value, and third point, lack of direct contact between producers and consumers, and lack of surplus stock. These are the difficulties in the barter system. These are the points, difficulties in the barter system. Next we are going to see hindrance of commerce. So first point, production of goods and services for the satisfaction of human wants is the main objectives of an industry. Okay, so production of goods and services. Okay, why the goods and services are produced? Only we have to satisfy the human wants. That is the main objectives of an industry. That is called the production of goods and services for the satisfaction of human wants is the main objectives of an industry. So second point, commerce serve as the valuable link between the producer and the consumer. That means the commerce links between producer and the consumer. The third point, it renders a variety of services to ensure that the passage of goods and the services between the two. So the between the two means the consumer and the producer. The between two means the producer and the consumer from the production point to consumption point. Okay, so the renders the variety of services to ensure that the passage of goods and the services between the two is completed without any let or hindrances. So commerce completed without any let or hindrances. So next we are going to see elimination of hindrance of business. Okay, so business consists of all industries under commerce. So it serves to remove the several hindrances and to solve many problems while facilitating the production and distribution of goods. So the various hindrances removed by the business. So are as follows. So what are the all business of hindrances, hindrance of business? So how can we overcome the hindrances of commerce? So what are the hindrances of what are the hindrances, how it is removed? So in the first one you will see the point wise. First one, hindrance of person, hindrance of place, hindrance of time, hindrance of risk of deterioration of equality. Then fifth point, hindrance of risk or loss. Sixth point, hindrance of knowledge, hindrance of exchange, hindrance of finance, hindrance of developing the exact product, then hindrance of both selection and delivery at those steps. First one, hindrance of person. What do you mean by hindrance of person? That means the manufacturer and the consumers, they don't know each other. Okay, so the retailers only know what is the taste of the consumer, preference of the consumer. Okay, so retailer only link between the producer and the consumer. So the middleman act as only the producer to the consumer. Okay, for example the wholesaler. Okay, so the manufacturer and the consumers, they do not know each other. Okay, that is called the hindrance of person. Hindrance of person means manufacturer do not know the place and the face of the consumer. So it is the retailer who knows the taste, preference and location of the consumers. So the chain of middlemen consisting of wholesaler, agent, producers, retailers establish the link between the producers and the consumer. That is called the hindrance of person. Next we going to see hindrance of place. What do you mean by hindrance of place? So production take place in one sector and the consumers are spread throughout the country and the world, throughout the country and world. So rail, air, sea and land transports bring the products to the place of consumer. So production take place in one place and the consumption is spread throughout the consumer is spread throughout the world. So the hindrance of place is removed by only the transportation. Next point, hindrance of time. Hindrance of time. Whenever they need money, they need the products. Sorry, whenever they need, then they got the money. There is a time. Only we go and buy the product. So whatever the products are produced, they have to store in the warehouses. So they are distributed on the correct time to the consumer. Okay, so that is called the hindrance of time. So hindrance of time removed the removed by the warehouse. Hindrance of time is removed by the warehouse. Next point, hindrance of risk of deterioration in quality. Deterioration in quality. That means, so hindrance of risk of deterioration in quality. Proper packaging and modern air conditioned storage houses ensure that there are no deterioration in quality of products. Goods are protected against the insects, rats and the evaporation, etc. For example, some perishable goods like meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, eggs has to be stored in the cold storage. The next one, proper warehouses are need to protect the goods. Okay, so next point, hindrance of risk of loss. So it is removed by the insurance companies. Hindrance of risk of loss is insured by the insurance companies. So hindrance of risk of loss, fire, theft, floods and accidents maybe bring huge loss to the business. So insurance companies serve to cover the risk of such losses. Next point, hindrance of knowledge. So hindrance of knowledge is removed by the advertisement and communication. Okay, advertising and communication helping in announcing the arrival of new product and the uses of the people. So hindrance of knowledge means, for example, new product are introduced in the market. How will you know about the product? Only through the advertisement and the communication. So hindrance of knowledge is removed by the advertisement and the communication. Next point, hindrance of exchange. Hindrance of exchange is removed by the money. So money functions as medium of exchange and enable and buying and selling of any product or services by payment of the right price. Okay, next point, hindrance of finance. So hindrance of finance is removed by the financial institutions. Okay, so banking, example banking. Okay, so producers and traders may not have the required funds at the time of their need. Okay, the bank and other financial institutions provide funds and help them to transfer of funds to enable the functioning of business smoothly. So hindrance of finance is removed by the banking and the financial institutions. Next point, hindrance of developing and exact product. So hindrance of developing and exact product is removed by the research and development. Okay, research and development in developing the exact product or services which can satisfy the specific human wants and the consumers. So that thus prove the standard of living of people. Next point, hindrance of both selection and delivery at the doorstep. It is hindrance of both selection and delivery at doorstep is removed by the e-commerce. It is removed, hindrance of is removed by the e-commerce. So e-commerce enables the consumer to select the product in the website, through the website, and place on online orders and make the payment also online after receiving the product at the doorstep. Okay, so hindrance of both selection and delivery at doorstep is removed by the e-commerce. Once again, so what are the hindrance of business? How they are overcome? Okay, first one hindrance of person, second point hindrance of place. Hindrance of place is removed by the transportation. Then hindrance of time. Hindrance of time is removed by the warehousing. Then hindrance of risk and risk of deterioration in quality. Then hindrance of risk of loss. Hindrance of risk of loss is removed by the insurance companies. Then hindrance of knowledge is removed by the advertisement and communication. Next one, hindrance of exchange. So hindrance of exchange is removed by the money. Then hindrance of finance. So hindrance and finance is removed and overcome by the banking and financial institutions. Next point, hindrance of developing and exact product. It is removed by the research and development. The next point, hindrance of both selection and delivery at doorstep. It is overcome by the e-commerce. Okay, these are the points of hindrance of elimination of hindrance of business. Okay, I hope you all understand this topic. Thank you.